So Penelope has got a brand new enclosure. There isn't really anything inside. It looks really bare, just a water dish, but I will be getting a hide and probably throwing in some plastic leaves or something. I came across this custom-made enclosure on Facebook the other day. So straight away, I contacted her and I was like, how much is it? She gave me the price and I was like, yeah, I'm taking it. Because an enclosure like this, I do not come across very often, so yeah, better grab it straight away. Now this enclosure over here, oh, not enclosure, I mean this container over here was Penelope's previous enclosure. Let me get her out so you can see how big her previous enclosure is compared to this one over here. Hey girl, you good? Yeah, you are. Alright, come here. As you can see, she is a big girl. Stay here for a while I open this enclosure. Okay, so before this, Penelope was housed in this. Now, it may look a little bit small, well actually it looks really small, but don't freak out because ball pythons in the wild, they live in tiny holes like in termite mounds, under bushes or something like that. So a small enclosure like this, they do perfectly fine. In fact, breeders keep them in even tiny enclosures. Well, some breeders, I'm not gonna generalize every breeder, but some of them keep them in even small enclosures. Not ideal, but it works. Ball pythons feel the most secure in smaller enclosures, although it's always better to give them more space, but you'll have to give them a hide, otherwise they can get stressed. And a stressed snake is never good. So let's see how big this is compared to this. Just grab this up and then we'll put it like this. So that her previous enclosure is like a third, well, almost half the size of this enclosure over here, the new one. So I believe this one is about 2 feet, 1.5 feet, 2 feet. Yeah, I think 1.5 feet. And the new one is 4 feet. 4 feet by 1.5 feet. So that is much bigger and she will probably enjoy it. So now running through this new enclosure, we have 3 doors to make it easy to get her wherever she is. If she's here, you can open this door, there, and that door. So we have cross ventilations at the back. The top, no ventilation, it's pretty much just glass with a metal frame. And then we have this latch over here. This enclosure has a very simple mechanism. So you just close the door over here and you just, and it's done. So it's very efficient and I would say quite appealing. It's just that inside is very bare, so don't worry guys, I will get more clutter in there, so stay tuned for that. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on that, I'll just throw stuff in, but yeah, I'm gonna do that, don't worry. So, how do you like your old enclosure? She's not fully grown yet, she is still about, I would say 3 feet. Females get about 4 to 5 feet, so this enclosure, the new one, would be a perfect size for her. I would say out of all my ball pythons, even the other 2 morphs, the fire and spinner, I would say Penelope is still my favorite one. She's like a sweetheart. Although, even though she's a normal, I don't know why people don't like normals, but she's just great. She has never striked at me, never done anything bad, and she's just great. Oh, by the way, if you guys are hearing echo, I'm really sorry because I'm in this, how can I say, an enclosed area, so my voice is like bouncing off the walls, and yeah. So I just thought of showing you guys this new enclosure that I got for her. The previous owner didn't get it cheap. She used to keep a Burmese python in here. A juvenile one. You can't house an adult in here, obviously. But she quitted the hobby and I just bought this over and no regrets, it looks awesome. Also, because previously this hall over here was really empty, so that just filled it up perfectly. I mean, look at it's like perfect. 4 feet, touching the wall over there, just great. Penelope, what are you doing? Uh-oh, that's not good. No, you're not going down there. Oh, if you're wondering why there's a tissue over there, toilet paper, it's because she pooped yesterday. I just got this enclosure and I housed her in yesterday, and a few hours later, she was in this enclosure for so long. I think over a month she didn't poop, and as soon as I put her in this enclosure, she left me some gold. Why? Why would you do that to me? Anyways guys, I'm not gonna keep this video too long because it probably is boring. I'm just showing you this, but I just wanted to show you what I got for her. My other smaller snakes are still in these kind of enclosures, but they're still small, so this enclosure is like perfect. So no worries about that. Don't worry, I will upgrade them into something like this or even a nicer one in the future. It's just that I found this online on Facebook the other day, so I quickly grabbed it. But anyways, let's get her back into her enclosure because she's just been in here for about a day. So I want her to adapt to it, because usually when you bring home snakes and put them in their enclosures, you gotta wait for like a week for them to acclimate to the surroundings. So I imagine since it's a new enclosure and it's like double the size. Come here, you're a good girl, so you gotta follow me. There you go. I actually was thinking of placing loose substrate for her, but then the previous owner for this enclosure said that she used to use like coconut fiber, and the snake just pushes everything out the back, so the floor is just a mess. So she will just be on newspaper, which is perfectly fine, guys. I know it's not natural, but it's the safest and the cleanest. What are you doing? You gotta go back into your enclosure. Now you've got a bigger enclosure, you can explore, so there you go. Stay in. So now we just flip this over and... So guys, that'll be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to thumbs it up. If you didn't like it, I don't know, maybe because the enclosure is like empty, you're also free to thumbs it down. If you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the little notification bell. If you'd like to support this channel through Patreon, there's a link in the description together with the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, social media links, so feel free to go check those out, it'll be pretty cool. So I guess that is it. I don't have anything else to say. If you guys would like an update on how I'm gonna decorate this enclosure, let me know in the comments below. So yeah, have a great day guys and take care.